Say what's up. Like we're not friends this episode. You cool, Trent? We're not friends this episode. But look,
It's cool, man. It's cool. I get it.
We friends now. Wait till
So
Monday.
yeah,
all right. So for those who don't know, Trent is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. All right, and they face off against Tomo's Dallas Cowboys Monday night. That's a primetime game. Well, all games are primetime, but this is the primetime game, and we want to know who's going to win this game. All right. So Trent, you gonna kick us off. Tell us who's gonna win and why.
well, let me get started here real quick. Just wanted to say that it's going to be a great game on Monday night, Tomo. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited. I'm going to be going to the game, so I'm excited to be there. Hope I don't go up there for heartbreak. But the last time these two teams met was Week 1, and it was in the Buccaneers' favor. But Week 1 in the NFL seems like years ago at this point. I'm excited for what I saw from the Buccaneers 2 weeks ago to clinch the division against the Carolina Panthers. 3 touchdowns for Mike Evans and 400 plus yards for Tom Brady with the touchdowns. So while I think the Bucs are trending in the right direction, I believe the Cowboys, after getting fleeced by Sam Howell, and I forget the guy's name in Tennessee. I don't even know if he's on an NFL roster anymore.
Dalvin.
But with the way the trends are going, I'm feeling confident about this game. If you're a betting man, which I am, the Dallas Cowboys are 3-point favorites at the moment, 2.5-point favorites. And as Tomo loves to talk about, Cowboys have a goose egg against Tom Brady. So there's a lot to be excited about as a Buccaneers fan. But at the same time, you can't deny the fact that we've been leaking oil all year. 8-9 in the playoffs, not ideal. But when the playoffs start, you're 0-0. So I'm looking forward to a great game. I think whoever runs the ball is going to identify, or establishing the run is going to be a huge aspect. Still a little nugget from RG3. He tweeted out yesterday that 5 of the 6 teams that won in Wild Card Weekend last year outrushed their opponent. And Leonard Fournette had one game over 100 rushing yards this year, and it was 127 yards against the Dallas Cowboys Week 1. And the offensive line has a couple of question marks around it. Center Ryan Jensen may be back for this playoff game. It would be weird to expect him to go out there and play like a Pro Bowler if he is available. But with Robert Hainsey and Nick Leverett, 2 guys that are kind of filling in at center at the moment on the fence with playing time, I'm really hoping we should know tomorrow if Jensen's going to be a go for Monday. So getting him back would be a huge boost to that offensive line and establishing that run game. So I'm going to go with the Bucs to win the game in Tampa by 5 points, 27-23 or 22. Sorry, 27-22. I think the defense needs to get a takeaway. Dak's been throwing to everyone but his receivers. So I'm going to need a defensive turnover. Everyone's getting healthy, and I'm excited for a great game.
Trent, I like the way you did that. That was smooth trash talk. You like daggers, like paper cuts. I seen a clip on Instagram the other day. I don't know if I put it in the group chat or not, but when Tom Brady was sitting on the sideline that Week 1, where he was like, I'm 6-0 against the Cowboys. And Mike Evans was like, you knew that, right? He was like, yeah, I knew that. I'm 7-0 after this one. I said, oh, you were real cocky, So, Dallas, divorce, it's kind of the same thing. We might be them divorce lawyers because it's time to get Tom Brady out of here. You got to get Brady out of here. This 7-0 thing has been hunting us, but Brady won like 5 of those games under Jason Garrett. Why are we still worried about Jason Garrett? Mike McCarthy, that first time we seen Tom, it was an air it out. Dak threw for almost 500 yards. Then the second time around, you all barely, Brady wasn't himself that game. The running game actually kept you in the game that game. And I think Dak hurt his hand. And ever since then, Dak's been throwing picks, like you said. He does throw to some of his receivers sometimes, but then they like to play hot potato and throw it to a safety or a linebacker every now and then. I say all that to say I still got some confidence in this team. After we did get fleeced by Sam Howell, like you said, man, that was a bad outing. But I think they did that just so Tom Brady could be like, all right, you have to watch this film because he likes to watch film, and that's all people talk about is how he watches every single game from the whole season. He's gonna find that net, and our secondary isn't the best. Our defensive line can't get there anymore. Our offensive line is looking a little shaky, but we're still gonna win this game by 3 points. If the ball comes down to having a 2-minute warning, that gonna get us down there. We're gonna get the field goal. We're going home. Off to Philly.
All right, Dave.
All right. So I am a very big San Francisco 49ers fan. And
Come on, man. Move your hands, man. I know you don't want to say it, but move your hands. We gotta hear you say this.
we almost never root for the Cowboys.
Please pick Tampa.
That is definitely a team that we cannot stand. But I have to say this about Brady. Brady has played like trash all year except for one game. And that was the game against the Carolina Panthers where he had his best game. Now, the one thing that I feel like is going to happen is a lot of people's going to look at that and feel the hype and feel like Brady's going to be able to come out and pull his win. Now we know Brady's history. He's definitely clutch when it comes to playoffs. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. 7 Super Bowl titles. No one has more than him. He has more than almost every NFL team. Well, he has more than every NFL team. No team has 7 Super Bowl titles. He has it himself. But like I said, he hasn't played well all year. His receivers haven't always played well. Offensive line has been shaky. Defense has been okay, but it hasn't been the defense that it was when they won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And like Trent said, Leonard Fournette has only ran the ball for over 100 yards in one game, and that was the first week in the season. As we know, in the first week in the season, all teams don't play the same way after the first week. Now, that's not to say that the Cowboys' rushing defense has improved since then, because their rushing defense still is not good. But for some reason, I don't think that last game against the Panthers proves that Brady's going to have a good playoff run, and I think Brady's going to lose. He's going to lose. I don't think the Buccaneers win this game. I have the Cowboys win this game by 4, 27-23.
All right. All right. Just like David, right?
Mm-mm.
I can't stand the Cowboys. I always tell people that Tomo softens up the Cowboy hatred I have every time I see them. And then I see another Cowboy fan, it like it gets rock solid again, the hatred, right? Kind of like what Jesus did to what's the name? I don't want to go there, right?
Look,
So
my man get biblical.
it keeps hard in my heart every time I see another Cowboy fan. So he did a Pharaoh. So now the Cowboys, they should win this game. I want the Cowboys to win this game, obviously for the show. I think it'll be a good thing for the show. Get the Eagles and Cowboys clash. But I'm sorry, Tombo. I'm gonna roll with the Bucks, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Woo. If we would have had a clean sweep, I didn't like our chances, man.
Yeah, the reason why I'm picking the Bucks, first, Tom Brady had more than one good game this year. I gotta say that. He had a good game against Aaron Rodgers. He had a good game against Patrick Mahomes, and he had a good game against Geno Smith and the Seahawks. All right. So he had some good games. And first thing I look at is this. Just take away the talent and just look at the leadership. When it comes to playoffs, a lot of stuff has to do with preparation. I do think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be way more prepared for this game than the Cowboys. I really do. Then you look at the quarterbacks. Who do I trust more in the playoffs? All right, because a lot of times in the playoffs, it comes down to the quarterbacks. And I trust Tom Brady more than I trust Dak Prescott, especially Tom Brady in desperate situations. It's like he's in the back end of his career. It's kind of like it's probably his last year with the Bucks, so he definitely want to get it done this year. And then I look at the defenses. Y'all defense, Tomo, has been trending down as of lately, and the Bucks defense hasn't been trending up, like skyrocketing up, but they've been much better in recent games. All right, and Tom Brady just had his best game, like you said 2 days ago, 2 games ago with Mike Evans them finally clicking, which is a good sign. They scored on their first drive against the Falcons. They got out of there early, so I think that it will be a close game, and I think it'll be one of those games where we're like, the Cowboys should have won that game, but the Patriots, the Buccaneers are going to pull it off at the end. So I don't have a score, but if I was to think of a score, I would think somewhere around 20 to like 17, something like that, like a low scoring game like that.
That's a heartbreaker.
All right, so he didn't necessarily have a good game against the Packers. He had a good last drive against the Packers. That entire game, he didn't play pretty well. And the game against the Kansas City, they were getting blown out. So that's why he was able to put up that was garbage yards.
That Kansas City game wasn't garbage yard. They was going blow for blow. And then the Kansas City Chiefs scored almost every drive. But they were going at Kansas City. I will never forget, Patrick Mahomes came down and did that little layup play, and then Tom Brady came right back down and scored. But they just got in hand at the end, kind of like in the second half. But
that Kansas City game, we fumbled the opening kickoff. It was just downhill from the start.
So yeah, but Seahawks, you got about that. He played good against the Seahawks, and they ran the ball good against the Seahawks.
Yeah, he played well. Rashad White was play well in that game. That's the reason why I picked Rashad White over my fantasy team, because of that game.
And that game, Trent mentioned, he said he think he should get more touches. The game, I remember he came on the show before that, and then they gave him more touches, and he had a good game. But yeah, I got the Buccaneers. So Trent, anything else you want to say before you move on?
Nah, other than Tatomo, man. Either way, man. Hoping for the best. Hoping for a good game.
Virtual shake.
All right, so Trent, we definitely gonna get you on next week if you're available. All right, for any outcome that's gonna happen. Appreciate you for coming on a short notice, like always, right? And then appreciate you, man. See you next week. Good luck to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be hitting you up because we got a baseball episode coming up next, and I definitely want to make sure that you're on.
Sounds good, guys. Well, yeah, thanks for having me, Joe. As always, Refuse to Lose, one of the best sports shows out there. Y'all have a good one.
Let's get it. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.